Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita. Welcome. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Okay, so I don't know if doing a Sisterlocks Tag video is like so 2000 or 2019 or 18 or whatever, but I just got mine a year ago, so we're about to do a Sisterlocks Tag video today. So if that sounds like something that will interest you, just keep watching. Okay. Before we start, definitely join the family by subscribing. I know you've seen at least one of my other Sisterlock videos, so you might as well just go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, okay? I'll wait. All right, thank you. Okay, so the first question is, when were your Sisterlocks installed and how long have you had them? Okay, so I have been Sisterlock for 1 year. My installation date is actually 2 days before my birthday, so I will never forget my Loc birthday, which is June the 28th of 2020. Okay, why Sisterlocks and not another form of locks? I did not want traditional locks just because I didn't want anything that would be bulky, hard to style, and that lack the versatility that these have. These are so similar to having like just loose hair, and specifically that's just the look that I wanted for myself. I think traditional locks are beautiful, and you know, I don't have any issues with them and how they look. This is just what I want. I wanted a particular look and I wanted very small locks. I'm just obsessed with the way Sisterlocks look, so this is what I went for. Okay, question number 3. How long did your installation take? Okay, my install took 40 hours over the course of 4 days. Yes, I mean, I never sat down for so long, so many days in a row, to the point where my butt was like literally hurting. When I tell you, I was so happy to get out of that chair every day. And I'm a pretty patient person, but yeah, but it was worth it. I'm not even gonna front, it was worth it. So 40 hours and 4 days. Okay, question number 4. What fears did you have before getting your Sisterlocks? Fears, I was really afraid of the plucked chicken look and that I would look like that for a long time. Some people say it's the ugly phase. I honestly felt like I never went through that, and I feel so fortunate that I've always liked the way I look with my locks. I hear horror stories about people that literally get like negative comments for like 2 years, you know, after having their hair locked. And I just haven't gotten really any negativity. I love the way I looked from day one. So that was definitely a fear though. Before I got them, I was like, how am I gonna explain this scalpy microbraid look to my family, to my friends? They're gonna be like, well, what are you thinking? But didn't experience any of that, so I guess. I think another fear I actually had was, is my install gonna go smoothly? Is my loctician gonna do a good job? And if I'm going to the right person, because I think a lot of people get their Sisterlocks and they're dissatisfied with the size, the grid, just a lot of horror stories out there, honestly. And I just prayed that my whole process went smoothly, which it did. And I'm just so grateful to my loctician who took very good care of me. Okay, so number 5 is, name one thing you wish you knew before starting your Sisterlocks. One thing I wish I knew is that the length is going to take a long time to really show up, especially if you already have longer hair, because my hair is going to take a long time for it to actually lock. So like if you look, maybe you can tell like from here on down is not locked, like in the least bit. So my hair is going to continue to shrink back on itself up into the lock. And so I feel like until that process kind of happens, it's gonna look shorter than what I would like for it to. Like, I'm not seeing the length that's really coming in, and my hair is definitely growing because when you stretch it, they're insanely long, but the shrinkage is really real. I will definitely say that, but I just wish that I knew that it would take so long for me to see true length. But I've just had to learn to be patient and trust the process. Okay, number 6. Have you noticed any major changes in your life or the people around you as a result of your Sisterlocks? No, and I say that because my little sister was already micro-locked. She's been locked for about, I would say, 6 years, going on 7. So we already have people that are locked in my family. I have another cousin who's locked, and I live in Atlanta. So, I mean, locks are just very commonplace. A huge African-American population. Actually, Sisterlocks are becoming very commonplace. So I haven't had any weird comments or, like having to explain like, what the hell did you do to your hair type moments, or what are those in a negative way type moments. So no, luckily. Okay. The next question, number 7, how many locks do you have? Woo, I don't know, honey. We're gonna have to do a recount because I did start off with 534 locks. I feel like just the other day I was feeling around back here and I just noticed that she combined 2 of them. And in addition to that, I know she's added like a couple like along the side. So I really don't know how many locks I have currently. I just know I started with 534 because I counted them the day that my install was complete. So if you want to see a count my locks with me video, drop it in the comments below and let me know. Okay, question number 8, what pattern do you or your loctician use on your hair? I have a 4-point rotation. As soon as she, I went to my consult and I asked her, what pattern do you think I'll need? And she automatically was like, oh, you definitely gonna need a 4. So that's what I have. And I don't really know the difference in like what determines what rotation or pattern you get. Like there's a 4-point, there's a 3-point, and there's like a 4-point reverse. I don't know, but I just know what I have. Okay, question number 9. What products do you use in your hair? I use the Sisterlocks shampoo, and I also use the Dr. Bronner's either lavender or peppermint to cleanse my hair, just because I feel like the Sisterlocks shampoo does not get my hair really clean. I only shampoo once before my retie, so it's very important that my scalp is clean, clarified, and that I don't feel like anything greasy left on my locks after I wash it, because that is definitely what I experienced just with using only the Sisterlocks shampoo. Now I do use oil on my scalp, so I don't know if maybe I omitted the oils, if the Sisterlocks shampoo would be enough, but I just really like to make sure that my hair is clean, so that I don't have any debris or gunk like getting built up in my lock unnecessarily. So when I start my shampoo, I actually go in with the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap first, and then I finish up with the Sisterlocks shampoo, just because it's supposed to do something as far as making sure the cuticles are really lifted, so that your locks actually the locks actually, the cuticles attach to each other and lock easier. So yeah, that's currently what I use. The oils, they kind of rotate. I just use oil sparingly on my scalp as I feel like I need it. But right now I think I am using the Talia Wajid. I don't know the name of it. It's like an orange color oil. And sometimes I'll just have like my own blend that I mix that's, got jojoba, almond, and a mix of essential oils that I blend together. So other than that, I may lay my edges a little bit, but I try to be careful not to get it in my actual lock. But other than that, that's it. Sisterlocks is supposed to be really no products, so I try to stick to that as much as possible. Like, I don't use any styling products like a mousse or anything like that, just because I don't do much to my hair, so it's just not necessary. And is, how do you wear your hair most of the time? I work a lot, so most of the time my hair is going to be in some form of a loose bun. Just because of the work I do, my hair cannot go past my collar, so wearing it down is just not an option. And when I'm off work or home on the weekends or what have you, I always wear it down, or it's going to be in a bonnet. But I try to take tension off my hair when I'm not at work. Even though the bun is loose, it's still some form of tension that you're putting on your hair or your scalp. So I try to wear it down as much as possible when I'm not at work. But I really am not heavy into wearing my locks in a bunch of different styles. Literally, sis, today is the first time I ever wore middle part. Just because I feel like this down here needs to be as thick as this up here for it to look right. But we're doing okay. I mean, it looks decent, you know, but whatever. Yeah. How often do you retighten your hair? Okay, so, oh, and that's number 11. I retie my hair every 4 weeks. I think the most I've gone without a retie is 6 weeks. 5 or 6 weeks. I can't remember, but I'm very like Johnny on the spot about my reties. I don't want to have any issues. My hair grows really fast. I feel like when I did wait the extra couple weeks at one time, like there was more like having to separate and, you know, rip the little loose strands apart. And I just hate the way that sounds, the way that it feels when I go for a retie. So every 4 weeks until she tells me that I can start stretching them out otherwise. Number 12, how often do you wash your hair? As I mentioned earlier, I wash my hair once before a retie. Now, if I just have some super special event that I want to really look fresh and jazzy for, I will shampoo my locks, but it's very rarely. You know, I think the most I've done is like every 2 weeks as far as shampoos, but my hair just really does not get dirty. I don't have like flaky scalp issues. So there's just not a lot that I'm having to do as far as maintaining the cleanliness of my locks and my scalp right now. Number 13 is one thing you miss about loose natural hair and one thing you don't. The one thing I miss about loose natural hair is just having my waves up here, honey, and then the little defined curls. I just thought my puff was so cute, and my little you know, my curl pattern, but I don't miss it that much. Like, I would never go back to that, because having to get that look, the work we had to go through to get it, whew, it was too much. It was like, it was for the birds, and that is exactly why I got Sisterlocks. So yeah. 14 is, what are your hair goals? Honey, I'm trying to grow these out to a classic length. I say that now, I have no idea how much work that's going to entail. So I would say I definitely want it waist length at minimum. If we can go a little longer, we'll go a little longer. But if I ever feel like my hair is getting too heavy for my scalp, or it's just getting caught in like everything, or it's just too cumbersome, then I will definitely be willing to cut it shorter. I mean, so it's what it is, but I definitely want super long locks. So that is my goal. Of course, healthy locks is always going to be the goal, but ultimately I want them very long, waist length, so that I'm just like flipping and snatched, honey. Yes. Do you use supplements? If yes, which ones? If not, why? Right now I just take a whole food multivitamin, but I did start off my journey taking more supplements that I don't take anymore. I started off taking a specific type of vitamin for hair, and also like sulfur crystals to help speed up the rate your hair grows, which I feel like it was effective. It does work. but I'm just not good at like taking stuff like that every single day. A pill is fine, I can pop that, but the crystals was just a little bit of a process, you know, and it tastes horrible. So I don't do that anymore. I just figure they're not really showing up longer anyway. I mean, so I might as well just be patient and stop trying to rush the process ultimately. But yeah, just vitamins for right now. How long is your longest lock is question 16. Girl, I don't know. I know. Oh God. I feel like it's this little one right here. Can y'all see it? Ugh. Let me see. I'm gonna try to stretch it. If my fat arm can reach it. Grab the longest one because I can't even see. But you can see like my locks, they stretch down to my waist. And a lot of them do towards the back and middle of my head, but they're very long. They just shrink like nobody's business. So yeah, that was my longest lock there. Never cared to actually measure the length, so I have no idea like in inches how long it is. 17, one major thing you like about Sisterlocks and one major thing you don't like about Sisterlocks. Honey, okay, the first thing that I like, of course, is gonna be, it's very low maintenance. I wake up, I already look put together and fabulous. You know, the thing that I don't really like is that, honey, the shrinkage, like, God. I mean, and I feel like I had the issue with going loose natural too. So, I mean, it is what it is. They definitely shrink, like as you just saw. But I'll just be patient, enjoy my journey and where I am in my journey, because one day they're gonna be dragging on the floor. You better believe it. Okay, if you can, okay, number 18 is, if you can start your journey again, what would you do differently? What would I do differently about my journey? I don't really think I would do anything differently. I know a lot of people say they would have started their journey sooner. I can't really say that is the case because I wanted to start my journey with very long hair. I had done my big chop to go natural about 2 years before I locked. So I was working with very short hair, and I know I didn't want to start my lock journey with short hair because I just didn't want that look. So anything I would have done differently, I don't think there is anything I would have done differently. I try to listen to my loctician and her advice, what she suggests, and my journey has been very easy so far, very seamless, and I am really enjoying, you know, the process, the journey of it all. Okay, and the last one, question number 19. Do you have any Sisterlock crushes, inspirations? Girl, hell yes. I'll, you know, put them up here on the side, but I think it's what, Ivy Essence, Loc Nurse, who else? It's a few that, yeah, I'm like, honey, just if I wake up looking like that every day, it's about to be a problem in Atlanta. But yeah, I definitely think that a beautiful thing about having Sisterlocks in particular, or maybe even micro locks, is just because your hair pattern, your individual hair pattern and texture really shines and comes out in the lock. Like, you cannot find two identical heads of Sisterlocks. Like, I really don't think you can. And I can't say that about traditional locks. Like, you really can't. You see two identical heads like pretty often for the most part, and it's like everyone's Sisterlocks just look so unique and like their own. And that's another reason why I wanted these. So, okay, so that sums up the Sisterlocks tag for today. If you have any other ideas for the channel and what you want to hear discussed, definitely let me know in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed today's content. Please, honey, join the family, subscribe, and don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one.